Hey everybody, it's Mark T, and it's time for another anime talk. If you haven't seen the video, I have just also today uploaded an episode of my new cartoon show that's essentially not cartoon show, my new cartoon reviewing show called Cartoon College. So check that out if you got the time. But this is anime talk, so time to talk about some anime. Um, Ironically, today I'm not talking about an anime per se. It is a manga series that has taken me a very long time to finish. Ironically, not because it's very long, just because it took a while for all the chapters to finally come out. Seriously. Like, it's been years since I started reading it, and then, like, quite a few years till I finally finished it. But I just finished it a few minutes ago, so let's start talking about it. This manga series is called Hyde and Closer. I can't remember what the Japanese name is, because it really doesn't matter that much to me. So, let's move on with this. Hyde and Closer is essentially about a young man named Hyde, or about a kid named Closer, who is essentially, think, think Suna from Reborn, except maybe a little bit less handy. He essentially does the same similar things as Suna does. He skips out, he doesn't try his hardest, and he's kind of a whiner in that fact. But everything changes when he gets this package from his grandfather, and it turns out to be this magical teddy bear. Yes, it turns out that our friend Closer, Shunpei Closer, is actually, well, they call it a magician or a sorcerer. I really don't know, but yeah, he's become that. And thus his life is thrown into this world of magical beings. So the premise of the story is essentially that a rumor has gone all across the magical world, stating that if you were to eat Shunpei's heart, who, by the way, is his grandfather, is known as like Sorcerer King, or essentially the top dog in terms in the sorcery world, and it's said that if you eat his grandson's heart, that you will gain the master power of a master sorcerer. Now the series doesn't really play out the way that like most shonen series goes. Like it does follow a general method that the way shonen series do go, you know, by constantly introducing characters, making new friends, and things going on that way. But there's really, while there is action, there isn't much action coming from our main character. He has very few abilities, like the three I remember through this magical life. He's able to make a barrier just by sticking these 5 stones in front of him, saying, "You can't enter this space." He has a scarf that, when he says fly, will essentially turn into wings that he can fly around. And there's, of course, Hyde, the teddy bear with a chainsaw that essentially he powers by using his magic. And a bunch of other stuff that's pretty interesting, I'd say. The series, well, when I was looking through comments for the series, a lot of people have mentioned that it's very similar to Reborn. And while I'd say that that is sort of the case, it's a little different. It's sort of like orange and apples. It's like comparing Black Clover to Naruto. There is definitely a vague similarity, but it's something that's, you know, there are quite a few differences in between it that make it very different, separate entities altogether. Um, Overall, the series has a bunch of other characters, but I'm bad at memorizing names, as many people should know. So I won't go over much else. Either way, if you wanted to check out this series, it is only 7 volumes. You can find it on a lot of manga reading websites like MangaFox. So if you got some time, check it out. It's only 7 volumes. See you later.